Listen, I want to tell you something. I know for a fact that you out there as kids, I want to talk to you straight from the heart. You know, the truth about things, not my opinion. If you have a gift or a talent that you excel in higher than anything, and yet your parents don't understand it, you need to go and do that gift. Like, say if you're a mathematician and you're really good with numbers, or say if you're real good and you excel with computers, or you excel with programming, or you excel in science, but yet, you know, a lot of times parents will be so demanding on you because they're paying for your school that they'll say, hey, you need to be this, because they want you to live out a dream that they wanted to be that they couldn't be. So they try to sometimes force it upon you to live out that dream of what they want it to be, but they try to put it on you. But sometimes you need to stand up against your parents, and go to school and take the talents and take the ability. And if you're a singer, go to school. Don't listen to your parents and say, hey, you're not worth it. You know, you won't make any money on it. Don't listen to that, because, see, they didn't make any money. So a lot of times it's out of their fear and frustration when they say those things to you, because they think it won't work for you. But in reality, you're a different person. So therefore the odds for you will be a lot different, because everybody's different. You know, they come from the same gene pool. Doesn't mean that your luck will be the same as their luck was. Excuse me. But the thing is, you do what you excel in. You know, go to school. You know, learn learn and go as far as God will allow you to go. And you excel in that dream. You're a preacher, you go do that. If you want to be a missionary, you go do that. You know, whatever your calling is, you go do that. You know, and sometimes it goes above what your parents or what your family think of you. Because remember, there's a lot of things that they don't understand. There's a lot of things my family don't understand about me. But I know I have a unique calling just like you do too as well. So remember, when you're called to do something, don't try to, let your parents steal that dream from you. You go to school and you learn what you want to do, boys and girls, young men and women out there. And you do it because it's something you really are good in. And you know that you're going to be well. And you know and you'll be happy. Because if you go the way your parents want you to go, yeah, they'll pay for your school. They'll give you the finest things in life because you bowed down and kissed their boot. You know, if you have one of those controlling, usurpant kind of parents that want to, entitle you by rewarding you with lavish things if you fit in the groove and do what they want you to do to match up to what they want you to be when they grow up. Well, really, it's not about what they want. It's what you want when you go to school. When you went to elementary school and when you went to middle and high school, it was more about what they wanted. But now when you go to college, it's about what you need to make out of life and take out of life. So it's so important that you listen to what I'm saying and play this over if you're sober, not drunk or on drugs, and get off those drugs and get away from the alcohol and get yourself more seriously in mind in line with what you want to do. That way you can be happy and do something that you want to do, that you like when you get out with the education you received. Instead of like a lot of you all out that have gone and are going to school who are wasting your fine years of your life away doing something that somebody else wants you to live out their dream or something they want you to do rather than doing what you really want to go to school to do. If you want to be a brain surgeon, be a brain surgeon. Go against your parents because there's a lot of money in that. And plus, if you're happy working on, the body and you're happy being a doctor, there's a lot of money in that. And not only that, you're happy because you're helping people. And that's something I like to do. And I do that every day with computer work every day. Your Excel was in a lot of other things. But don't be discouraged and don't let the words of your parents or family members try to steer you away from what you really want to do. Because remember, ultimately, it's you that's going to be happy in the end, or you that's going to be miserable based on the advice that they gave you. Because their advice isn't always totally for your benefit. They see it as for your benefit because it may be something they were trying to do, but they weren't able to live it out because of other circumstances in their life, so they force it or dump it upon you, which is very wrong. You go to school and you excel in what you're best and greatest in, and always thank God and your lucky stars that you got that far, and that you'll get through it and you'll do well, and you'll make your parents proud in spite of it not being what always they wanted you to be. they're a lawyer doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a lawyer just because they say you need to be. And I mean, like I said, there's financial aid, there's grants that you can get. If they don't want to pay your tuition because you decide to do something else, that's fine. You take the grants. If you're from a rich family, you take the grants. If you have money stashed away, use that money. If you have work, if you're working and you're going to school, you can get a job while you're going to school. A lot of people have to do that because it pays almost half their tuition. So, you get a good job. In some cases, it could pay all of it. So, take what I'm saying and, apply it and where it can fit. But remember, it's your life, and you want to do something where you're actually happy, and you thank God for it, and He'll bless you, for the rest of your life because of what you did, because you use this knowledge to apply it in a good way. This is Michael DeSilva, just some words of wisdom. Go after your dreams. Don't try to live a life that someone else wants you to live. You do what you really feel is best, when you go to college, because really, ultimately, that's your life that you're talking about, your future. Your future is not derivative or is not because of somebody else in your family. It's what you want to do. So don't waste your years in college and, don't, as they say, don't piss them away. Don't, waste it on drinking and parties and sororities, but go out there and really be serious about what you're doing. And, stay free and clear from all that crazy, reckless kind of behavior. Okay? This is Words to Live By. Michael DeSilva. And I'll shoot up another update later. And stay cool and subscribe down below. Tell people about us.